I'm not a therapist or anything, but I have this theory that there is this type of emotional neglect and abuse that is specific and unique and often goes unrecognized. Or at least it doesn't get recognized for what it is, it just kind of gets labeled as emotional neglect, emotional abuse, or like parentification. And those labels aren't wrong, but understanding it in more detail, I think, would be more helpful. I'm going to read a passage from a book. Signs of this problem include having a love-hate relationship with your opposite sex parent. On one hand, you feel special and privileged because of the relationship, and on the other, you frequently feel you aren't doing enough for that parent. This results in feelings of guilt, which result in rage that is seldom directly expressed. Emotional distance from your same-sex parent. In contrast to the love-hate relationship with your opposite-sex parent, you feel abandoned by the same-sex parent. This relationship often is competitive, and the parent feels like an adversary. Feeling contempt for this parent is common. Guilt and confusion over personal needs. You feel guilty about your needs and probably have a difficult time identifying what they even are. You always try to, quote-unquote, be there for others as a way of meeting your own needs. Feelings of inadequacy. You are likely to have chronic feelings of inadequacy and unworthiness. You are likely to have been in and out of many romantic relationships and have never felt truly satisfied. You are always on the lookout for the perfect partner or relationship. Difficulty with commitment. Hasty commitments. You may quickly commit to a relationship and then realize later that it was a bad choice. After making a hasty commitment, you may feel too guilty to leave, and so instead you try to stay and make it right. When you do leave relationships, you experience regret and wonder if you could have stayed and worked it out. Sexual dysfunction. You find yourself feeling sexually shut down or driven and compulsive in the pursuit of sexual highs or conquests. You may struggle with other addictions or compulsions. Well, let me first say, this book is silently seduced when parents make their children partners. The common language for that is covert incest. I assume we can't say that word on here. I wish we called it like partnerification or something like that. But I think that this type of abuse is common and it has unique effects in some cases versus other forms of emotional neglect and abuse. So I just feel like it should be talked about more.